Folks, there's no gyan here, just simple fun, real learning, real thinking. And thanks for putting that context there. So how many of you want to be inventors? Okay, how many of you are inventors? Oh, that's good. Wonderful. So before I do that, let me talk about it. It's very important, right? It's important that you need to understand there's a mindset. Mindset is very, very critical than anything else. I had a good fortune to work with thousands of inventors, groom them up. And when I speak with all these people, they're very interesting, they're very unique. But there's a very critical mindset that they have, which is very consistent across. I phrase it as Icha Gnana Kriya Shakti. So the fact that you have an Icha and you want to be an entrepreneur, you are here in your business, isn't it? And then you acquire knowledge, either you acquiring or being part of the family, or you acquiring being part of your passion to get there. And then you did Kriya, the action. If you're not acting, obviously you won't be here because the business doesn't run. So Kriya is there. And very important, it's called the Shakti. It's your emotional fitness. And you can give what you have. If you have love, you give love. If you have hatred, you give hatred. If you have joy, you give joy. Right? So what I've seen, one of the biggest challenges that in our country at this time is that it's slowly evolving. What is very important is, how many of you want to be Arabpatis? What do you know Arabpati mean? I recently learned that. Arabpati matlab 100 crore pati. Koi hai kya idhar? You want? You need to raise your hand. So, see, by the way, folks, you need to understand, if the Icha of Arabpati is not there, trust me, you will never be that. Period. But once you have that Icha, then you find the way to get that knowledge. Obviously, your business is correct. But it's not just doing business. It's all about making you invest so that it gives you more money. Build leverages. But what is more critical is doing the Kriya, actual action. Right? So, in the last, from December to February, it was blood bath every day. Even now, blood bath going on. Right? FA is going on. And how you do? What's your mental mindset? It's very important. Are you running out when it is blood bath? Then you can't make wealth, right? So again, first and foremost, it's very important. Ask the question, what is a Icha? A Icha should be something which will propel you. And I'm sure each one of you have it. But the fact that you need to bring it very, very clear. And the bigger it is, the mightier it is. But it demands more, right? And people live in identities. What is the identity that you want? Define that. When I graduated, the identity was global Indian. All my buddies are all US citizens, majority of them. And after that, there was an identity called data scientist. Everyone was a data scientist. So you need new skills. So you folks need to have definition of for you. What's your identity? That's important. Many a time, people run behind companies. I know you have some entrepreneurs, and is it me? So, it's important. What is your identity? I would like to leave you there. First point. One is very critical mindset. The second one. Okay. Yeah, once you have a mindset, what is very important is, how do you excel in your business? Right? Well, I'm not a coach of, I am a coach of innovation. That's it. How to invent. Give any domain, we can invent and develop inventions. The second one which I want to talk about is, there is a true north. And when you travel, you take a compass with you because it shows you the direction, isn't it? Now, when you are in your journey of evolution, what is the true north? You need to understand and you need to define that. And I have a very simple definition. The definition of true north is, in your business, wherever you are, okay, something called, take all the benefits that you get and put all the penalties that you get. It's a ratio. The true north is to increase. How many more minutes?
5.
5 more, thank you. So the true north is to increase the value that you create and eliminate the penalties that you contribute. Because one definition of innovation is very simple. Make the fellow lazy. Pamper the fellow. The fellow will pay you. In all your businesses, ask the same question. Are you pampering the fellow? Find the ways to pamper the fellow. And the fellow will pay you as much as you want. And one way, because everyone wants laziness. So, ask the true north, what are the value that you are giving? One way of the value that you can talk about is, can I pamper more laziness? Ask for it. And trust me, you can able to monetize it to its core. Right? Because human mind likes laziness. Right? I define the true north. Penalties are two, cost and harm. The more you pay for it, obviously you are bleeding at the bottom line. Right? So the ratio of ideality, we call it as a concept of ideality. The benefits over penalties. Understand? Now once I have a true north, now at the end of it, it's you, isn't it? You, your mind. Who ideates? It's you, isn't it? You think. But who make monkey stuff? It's you. Your mind plays on you. Right? Have you seen a mouse larger than an elephant? What do you guys think? Yes or no?
No.
There is an inertia that is strongly with you that says no. Because I have never seen a living mouse which is larger than an elephant. But did I say it's a living mouse? There's something called psychological inertia. It's your habitual thinking. You associate with it every time. Whenever you want to develop any ideation, ask the question, what is the inertia I associate with it? If I take the life out of the mouse, can I see a mouse larger than an elephant? Precisely. Yeah, you see a cartoon, you can draw, you can see that. It's fun. Right? Can a paper be stronger than a needle? Don't jump to the answer. Ask the question, what is my inertia? Folks, you need to ask you need to tame your mind. And if you don't tame your mind plays its own way. Right? The question is, can a paper be stronger than a needle? Yes or no?
Yes.
But before you say that, ask what is the inertia? What is the inertia of the needle? It's very sharp. It's made of metal. And what is the inertia of the paper? It's a thin sheet. But if you take a thin sheet and move it at high speed, it can cut. So ask the question, inertia. Anytime whenever you want to get an ideation, ask the question, what is the inertia I associate? Right, I'm talking about mental models. As adults, what we do is, we all live in mental models. The first mental model is your mindset. The second mental model, what I'm talking about is ideality. Maximize benefits, minimize penalty. The third one, very critical, is your mind. That's your inertia. So do you want to know how to overcome psychological inertia? If you say yes, we will get it. If you say no, I'll go to the next one. Go ahead.
Yes.
I expected a lot here. As I saw Balaji, the energy levels were pretty high all the earlier time. But evening, you guys, wonderful entrepreneurs, and still energies are not that high. What do you guys want?
Yes.
That's awesome. Make a note if you want. Okay. Discard your first solution. What happens? Any idea that comes to you, it's very trivial idea because you know that. But when you're talking about developing something quite powerful, it should be discarded, blatantly discarded. Don't be a parrot. I did for my other client, so I do the same thing with the other client. Doesn't help because the entire boundary conditions are different. Okay. See from perspectives, how you see, how different perspectives that you bring. And very importantly, folks, your inertia is your inertia. Right? Ashwin, your inertia is your inertia. My inertia is my inertia. I'm sure most of you are married, right?
Yes.
Do you have an experience where your spouse predicts what you do next? Yes or no?
Yes.
Which means to say that what you don't know, they know. Isn't it? If you want to give a fun to make sure that the next time you give a jolt, does that interest you? If that interests you, I'll tell you what you do. Okay, understand. your inertia first. What do you do? Starting today, next 20 days, jot down what is your first response to your problem, and that is your pattern. As long as you are going in the same pattern, don't expect something wonders. But if you can find the pattern, it's very easy to undo it. Okay, folks? So there are three mental models I taught. First, inertia. First one is your mindset. And Arapatis are there here? Anyone more?
Yes.
Yeah, only one is still raising hand, but you guys are still thinking. No, the more you think, obviously, again.
No, only
it's
some
a
other
hitchhike.
pati, not Arapati, some other pati.
I don't know, whatever you guys want, but again. So you as businessmen or professionals or entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs, the itcha should be so strong. It should be properly. And if the itcha is not strong, your appetite is as small as your itcha is. That's it. So define it, challenge it. So first is mindset. Second one is the true north. All benefits, no penalties. And the third one is psychological inertia. So what do you do to overcome psychological inertia? If you want to try that, and trust me, if you try it, then only you will experience it. Otherwise, it's all simple now. But when you try it, trust me, I have groomed thousands of inventors. And they're all people who are very much here. And that's it for you. So, thanks Balaji again. Wonderful to be here, folks. I'll be part of the evening.